Bruce Irvin, the pick of the Seahawks at number 15, and this one's going to be debated and discussed for a while. Nobody will have an answer as to how good he is for quite some time. But how about the character? A lot of questions raised, but I think many of them have been answered. What happens next? Find out in just a moment.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
With Bruce Irvin, there's a belief, Brock, that he fell out of being the first half of the first round for other teams because of concerns about his character. Arrested and got into quite a bit of trouble when he was younger, had to transfer, went to a couple of junior colleges before finally going to West Virginia, and then one sort of outlier incident that occurred just a few months ago, which really seems to be kind of a joke. I mean, he ends up slapping
Jimmy John's
Didn't
like his
car. I mean,
sandwich.
come on. He's doing a little swim move on it. He's all happy and he's excited he's out at night. That sounds like a joke, and I'm not worried about that. But how worried are you about his past creeping back up and catching up with him now that he's getting paid?
Yeah, the body of work really since he was out of jail and when he went to a couple community colleges, when he was out there in Southern California and built that friendship and relationship with Pete Carroll, he goes to West Virginia. There's a good 5-year chunk here where he's turned his life, and that's what convinced the Seahawks to make this move. It's also the trust and the relationship that Pete Carroll has. The challenge now, Mike, and having been in NFL locker rooms and around a lot of different guys from all different upbringings, now the challenge really comes. It's hard enough when you come from great family structure, and I did. I had an unbelievable family and support network, and still people want a piece of you, and they want this and they want that. And now you come from a situation where you have very little of that support network, and you're going to have everybody coming out wanting a piece of your success now. And as Pete said today, it will be imperative that the Chris Clemens and the Red Bryants in that locker room fosters an environment of structure, as well as the Seahawks really surrounding him with the appropriate resources.
Well, I agree with all that, and really, I'm not overly concerned with his character, and I know some people are. In listening to him and hearing him talk, he sounds like he reminds me of Marshawn Lynch, and as Pete said, no one's exactly like Marshawn Lynch, and I get that, but I think there's a similarity there in terms of the vibrant personality that maybe is a little off the wall and maybe got into some trouble and did some dumb things when he was younger, and maybe even just because of the situation he grew up in, he hasn't been in major trouble for a long time, and hopefully he's gotten past that now.
Here's the one advantage the Seahawks have, and frankly why they made this move, where Pro Football Talk said 7 teams valued this guy in the top 15. Those other 6 outside of the Seahawks, none of them had the relationship that Pete Carroll has with this kid.